Small businesses in California may benefit if they start an S-Corp in California. Although a California S-Corp is a great business entity, there are things worth considering first. On top of the federal requirements when setting up a business like an S-Corp in California, there are requirements for S-Corps that are unique to the state. And by the way, if you would like to get help in starting your S-Corp in Florida, then make sure you sign up with Northwest Registered Agents by clicking my affiliate link down in the description of this video. They are professionals and they'll be able to help you out with any legal questions you have. Plus, clicking on my link doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps me support the channel. And with that in mind, let's get started. Now, let's talk about requirements. In California, starting an S-Corp comes with its own set of rules. You'll need to file Form 100S if your business is operating, incorporated, or earning income in the Golden State. Plus, you must be registered with the Secretary of State. There's also that $800 minimum franchise tax, and if your S-Corp earns income in California, expect a 1.5% tax on top of that. California's requirements for S-corporations are quite strict compared to other states. To qualify as an S-Corp in California, your business must meet specific criteria, including conducting business within the state, being incorporated in California, receiving income from California sources, and being registered with the Secretary of State. These requirements are important to ensure that S-Corps operating in California are subject to the state's taxation and regulatory laws. First things first, check if your desired business name is available. Head over to the Secretary of State's business search database and see if your name is up for grabs. If it is, great. You can even reserve it for 60 days for just $10. Choosing the right name for your S-Corp is an important first step in the formation process. Your business name is not only the first impression you'll make on potential customers, but also a key component of your brand identity. Before settling on a name, it's essential to ensure that it's available for use and doesn't infringe on any existing trademarks or business names. By conducting a thorough search through the Secretary of State's database, you can avoid potential legal issues and establish a unique identity for your S-Corp. Once you've got the green light on your name, it's time to pick one that stands out and isn't misleading. Remember, you want something unique and memorable. Selecting the right business name is an important decision that can impact your S-Corp success. Your business name should reflect your brand identity, resonate with your target audience, and differentiate you from competitors. When choosing a name, consider factors such as brand relevance, memorability, and domain availability. By selecting a unique and compelling name, you can create a strong foundation for your S-Corp's brand identity and market positioning. Next up, get yourself an EIN, Employer Identification Number. You can do this online, by fax, or by mail, and it's totally free. This number is like a social security number for your business. Obtaining an EIN is a critical step in the process of starting an S-Corp in California. This unique identifier is assigned by the IRS and is used for tax reporting purposes, employee payroll, and other business-related activities. To obtain an EIN, you'll need to provide information about your business, such as its legal structure, ownership details, and primary activities. By obtaining an EIN, you can ensure that your S-Corp is compliant with federal tax laws and eligible to conduct business in California. Now, onto the paperwork. You'll need to file the Articles of Incorporation with the Secretary of State. This form includes details like your corporation's name, address, and the type of corporation you are forming. Filing the Articles of Incorporation is an important step in the formation process of an S-Corp in California. This legal document formally establishes your corporation and outlines its basic structure, including its name, address, and purpose. When filing the Articles of Incorporation, it's essential to provide accurate and complete information to ensure compliance with state laws. Additionally, you'll need to pay a filing fee to the Secretary of State, which varies depending on the state requirements. Once your Articles of Incorporation are approved, your S-Corp will be officially recognized as a legal entity in California. Every S-Corp in California needs a registered agent. This person or entity will accept legal papers on behalf of your business. Make sure they're based in California and meet the state requirements. Selecting a registered agent is an important decision for your S-Corp, as this individual or entity will serve as your business's official point of contact with the state. Your registered agent will receive legal documents such as lawsuits on behalf of your S Corp and ensure that they are promptly forwarded to the appropriate parties. When choosing a registered agent, it's essential to select someone who is reliable, trustworthy, and located in California to ensure compliance with state laws. Now, it's time to establish the rules for how your S Corp will operate. These are called corporate bylaws and cover things like shareholder meetings and director functions. Corporate bylaws are a set of rules and regulations that govern the internal operations of your S Corp. These bylaws outline the rights, responsibilities, and procedures for shareholders, directors, and officers within the corporation. By establishing corporate bylaws, you can ensure that your S Corp operates smoothly and efficiently while complying with state laws and regulations. When drafting corporate bylaws, it's essential to include provisions for shareholder meeting, director elections, and corporate governance to establish clear guidelines for decision-making and accountability within the corporation. You'll need to hold an election to appoint directors who will make important decisions for your S Corp. Think of them as the guiding force behind your business. The election of directors is a critical step in the governance structure of your S Corp. Directors are responsible for making strategic decisions and overseeing the overall operations of the corporation. By holding a director election, you can ensure that qualified individuals are appointed to leadership positions within your S Corp, guiding its growth and success. When conducting a director election, it's essential to follow the procedures outlined in your corporate bylaws and comply with state laws governing director elections to ensure transparency and fairness in the process. Keep track of your meetings and document everything discussed. It's a good idea to have an agenda, take minutes, and set the date for next meeting. Meeting requirements are an essential aspect of corporate governance for your S Corp. Regular meetings provide an opportunity for shareholders, directors, and officers to discuss key business matters, make decisions, and address any issues or concerns. When conducting meetings, it's important to follow proper procedures such as setting an agenda, taking minutes, and adhering to the meeting schedule outlined in your corporate bylaws. By keeping accurate records of your meetings, you can demonstrate compliance with state laws and ensure transparency and accountability within your S Corp. As an S Corp, you can issue stock to your shareholders. This represents ownership in the company. Issuing stock is a fundamental aspect of corporate finance for your S Corp. Stock represents ownership in the corporation and provides shareholders with rights such as voting privileges and dividends. By issuing stock, your S Corp can raise capital to fund its operations, expand its business, and pursue growth opportunities. When issuing stock, it's essential to comply with state and federal securities laws and follow proper procedures outlined in your corporate bylaws. By issuing stock responsibly, you can attract investors, incentivize employees, and strengthen your S Corp's financial position. And don't forget to file a statement of information within 90 days of incorporating. This keeps the state updated on your business's key details. The statement of information is a critical document that provides updated information about your S Corp to the state of California. This document includes details such as your business's address, officers, directors, and registered agents. Filing a statement of information ensures that the state has accurate and current information about your S Corp, allowing it to fulfill its regulatory obligations and maintain compliance with state laws. Failure to file a statement of information can result in penalties and may jeopardize your S Corp's good standing with the state. By filing a statement of information on time and keeping your business records up to date, you can ensure that your S Corp remains in good standing with the state of California. Time to make it official at the federal level by filing Form 2553. This lets the IRS know you want to be taxed as an S Corp. Form 2553 is an important document for your S Corp's tax status with the IRS. By filing Form 2553, you can elect to have your corporation taxed as an S Corp, which can offer significant tax advantages for small businesses. To complete Form 2553, you'll need to provide information about your S Corporation, such as its name, address, and Employer Identification Number, EIN. Once Form 2553 is filed with the IRS and approved, your S Corp will be treated as a pass-through entity for federal tax purposes, allowing income and losses to be passed through to shareholders and taxed as their individual tax rates. By electing S-Corp status, you can potentially reduce your tax liability and maximize your business's profitability. Last but not least, the Form 100S to operate your S-Corp within California. This form includes detailed information about your business, so make sure to have everything you need in advance. Form 100S is the final step in the process of establishing your S-Corp in California. This form is filed with the California Franchise Tax Board and provides detailed information about your business, including its income, expenses, and tax liability. By completing Form 100S, you can ensure that your S-Corp is compliant with California tax laws and eligible to conduct business in the state. When filing Form 100S, it's essential to provide accurate and complete information to avoid any delays or penalties. By fulfilling your tax obligations and maintaining compliance with state laws, you can ensure the success and longevity of your S-Corp in California. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget about the California franchise tax. Every S-Corp in the state needs to pay this, so be sure to budget for it. The California franchise tax is an annual tax imposed on S-corporations operating in the state. The minimum franchise tax for S-Corp status in California is $800, which must be paid in the first quarter of each accounting period. Additionally, S-Corps with California source income are subject to 1.5% tax on their net income. It's essential to budget for these taxes and ensure timely payment to avoid penalties and maintain compliance with state laws. While the California franchise tax may seem like an additional financial burden, it's a necessary requirement for operating an S-Corp in the state. By understanding and planning for these tax obligations, you can effectively manage your S-Corp's finances and ensure its continued success in California. Now, starting a corporation in California may be right for you. If you want to open an S-Corp in California and begin setting up a business, it can be a great decision. When it's time to achieve your S-Corp's tax status in California, it should never be confusing or stressful. Don't forget that if you would like to get help in starting your S-Corp in California, I recommend you sign up with Northwest Registered Agents by clicking my affiliate link down in the description of this video. They're professionals, they'll be able to help you out with any legal questions you have and make your life a whole lot easier. Plus, clicking on my link doesn't cost you anything extra and it helps me support the channel. And with that in mind, thank you for watching. Till next time.